Oye Jenshi. Hi everyone. My name is Truphena Muthoni. I am a 21-year-old climate advocate, an endurance marathoner for climate justice, forest defender, and a world record holder for the longest marathon hugging a tree, 48 hours non-stop. And I'm preparing for a groundbreaking 72 hours non-stop tree hugging in Brazil. This is destruction, showing destruction and logging. So this one we are showcasing what Amazon looks like. Has beautiful and very beautiful animals. This is jaguars. All these animals we've showcased in this mural are at the risk of going extinct. So this is why we should care. So this is a samauma, a 300 years old tree that I'm going to hug for 72 hours. These are our ancestors that we are honoring. And this is me. So my hair is also a story that I would love to say. Each color represents something. And black is for African power, protest and resilience. Blue, it's the same hair that I have, is for water protectors and ocean defenders. Red is for indigenous resistance and frontline courage. Green is for reforestation, regeneration and hope. This part now is Road to COP30. This is the road that is cutting down the Amazon rainforest to take us to COP30, where we'll be talking about forest protection, and that is the hypocrisy we are trying to call out. This is what we expect from our destruction. But still, as green represents, we have hope for a better future. But we have to act fast.
Yes, mambo vipi mpenzi mtazamaji na mfuatiliaji wa The Alfajiri Digital Space. As usual, mimi naitwa Majani Chezo na siku ya leo hapa niko the Kenya National Theatre na I'm very much excited kwa sababu hapa nina dada mmoja ambaye ni mtu ambaye umeshamsikia on digital platforms, on international media, na siku ya leo ninafurahia kwa sababu nimekutana naye. Hivi, what is the longest time yenye wewe umewahi kuhug mtu? Sasa hapa leo tuna mtu ambaye ni hodari sana katika issue nzima ya hugging. Tutamjua kiasi, alafu atatuelewesha 1 2 3. Mambo vipi sister?
Mambo poa.
What's your name?
My name is Truphena Muthoni.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm an endurance activist for climate justice and a world record holder for the longest marathon hugging a tree, 48 hours non-stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we delve into this, which tree did you hug for the 48 hours and where was it?
Okay, I don't know if it's American or Mexican ash, but it was in Michuki Park. Yes, Michuki Park, yeah.
Where is Michuki Park located?
I don't remember the name.
Is it in Kenya?
Just around here, DSM, in the next street from here, yeah.
Somebody...
Kijabe Street.
Okay.
Yeah, Kijabe Street.
Somebody who doesn't understand what hugging a tree means, first of all, where did you get this idea of hugging a tree?
Okay, what I can say is, whatever I do, anything that you see me doing, that is a direct dispensation from God. Yeah, nobody usually inspires me, but for this tree hugging, the first time I hugged a tree was I was 17 years old and I was in Nakuru for a Rotaractors event. So I just hugged the tree for no reason. I don't know. I just stepped back and I just hugged the tree because I'm also someone who loves nature so dearly. And but for me to break a world record, of course, I saw it from someone. Like, yeah, because I also monitor world records. I don't know. Everyone monitors world records. Everyone loves to see things happening. So, and I came across a world record, a tree hugging world record. So it was a tree hug, longest tree hug. 3 people have done it, but I'm the first person to ever do a marathon. Yes, nobody have done a marathon before me.
Including the Ugandan lady who hugged the tree?
It wasn't a marathon. I'm the first person to do a marathon. Theirs is just a longest tree hug. Yeah.
Now, before we go deeper into that, let's talk about your outfit. Your outfit is so beautiful. Maybe what inspired you into this type of dress code?
So this, it's also a climate statement because first of all, I have reimagined Coat of Many Colors by Dolly Parton because I'm also a musician. So I've sung, sorry today I didn't carry my guitar, so I do it as a dress of many colors. So I'm singing for this dress because I also collect these papers and I make so many things from it. One of the things I do is to create, I have a nursery, so I do potting tubes. I use them as potting tubes. Yeah, and also these are because there's a time we had a lot of floods. I think it was last year, or was it last year or this year? It was last year. Very heavy floods across the country. And where we do our environmental activities, we also had a lot of troubles because water, because we are at a riparian park, so the river over flooded, and then the trees were choked by these papers. So that was it. That's why I'm singing for these papers. It's just a statement to show people also about how fast fashion can affect trees. Yeah. Okay. It affects trees, actually. Fashion affects trees. Okay. Yeah.
Are you also a model?
No.
Are you a model?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, tell us now in details about tree hugging. Yeah. What are you symbolizing? How do you identify the tree that you hug? And maybe how do you make it? How did you make it for the 48 hours that you've already done?
Well, why I hug trees? First of all, I'm a mental health survivor, and for my previous record, it was all about connecting mental health to our forests, especially green spaces within urban centers, because they are competing with development actually across the globe. So that's what I was trying to say, like, let's protect the green spaces because we cannot separate ourselves from nature. We are one thing. So I hugged a tree to show also that we can go back to nature when we have mental health problems, because that time actually we had a lot of mental crises across the world because of and I'm talking about mental health crisis that is directly connected to environmental degradation, like wildfires that were happening in Isiolo, they were happening in California. It's a global issue. So, and those people who go through these floods, they lose their places of where they stay. They also have wildfires consumes people and also their places. So these people have post-traumatic stress disorder, and I was trying to tell them to go back to nature to get the healing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe how does this whole thing of hugging trees and maybe the environmental conservation part affect your daily life, your personal life, maybe your family life? How does it affect?
Sorry, like?
You being an ambassador,
yeah,
or somebody who is an activist in the field of environment conservation, how maybe does this affect your life and maybe your career or something? Or is this your career?
It's actually my career. Okay. Yeah, it's my career. It's all that I do, protecting the environment and also art. Okay. So yeah, and to help people to love the environment and to care. Yeah.
Do you feel that maybe up to this moment that you've done this thing to this extent, do you feel that maybe you've brought some positive impact to the environment surrounding us?
A lot of impact. And before that, I'd love to say that people wonder, why are you hugging trees? Why are you not planting trees instead of hugging trees? So I have planted 10,025 trees.
10,000 trees?
Yes, I've planted, and I plant trees every day. So like, when I'm doing it alone, it's not as impactful as when we're doing it together. So hugging trees is not a replacement for tree planting, actually. Yeah, it's not a replacement. So because like hugging tree is to help people to care. Okay, so to help people to fall in love with nature, and I'm doing it, and people are hugging trees across the world. Actually, do I say the breaking news right now? No, I won't say right now.
When will you say?
I would love to say. Okay, maybe I can say towards the end, okay. So you understand how impactful hugging trees and just being a figure helps to create impact more than just you planting trees alone. So because after breaking that record, I founded an earth caretaker movement that people hug trees from anywhere, and then they post and they tag, they share their love for nature, and through that, without telling people to plant trees, people are planting trees. Okay, they're hugging trees and planting to honor the journey so it's influencing minds. Yeah.
Now let's talk about the Guinness World Record. The 48-hour, did you call it marathon?
It's a marathon, yeah.
Let's talk about it. Yeah. When did you get the inspiration? And maybe how was the process? What are some of the factors did you consider while choosing the tree that you were going to hug? How was the state of the security during that time, the 48 hours? Yeah. Were you eating? Maybe give us a hint of the whole thing.
Okay, first, for you to break a world record, you have to write to Guinness, and they have to check it thoroughly for like 3 months, and they would say yes or no. So they said yes to me, and yeah, I started to do it. So I did it. So there was so much security, thanks to Kenya Forest Service. Yeah, I did it at Mishuki, so they provided security, and it was live on mainstream. So something else, I didn't eat, but Guinness allows for eating. It allows for breaks. Every 1 hour you can break for 5 minutes. But I said no to breaks, no to eating, no to drinking, no to rest, no to everything. No to bathroom, emergency breaks, nothing. So I did it non-stop.
Okay.
For 48 hours. Yeah. It was cool, yeah.
How did you prepare for that?
Well, last time I was walking for 42 kilometers. I didn't do so much. And then I also hugged a tree for 12 hours to test my cardiovascular strength. But also, this endurance marathons, it's not about physical, not so much. Physical exercise, it's like, what do I say? Maybe 13%. But the biggest percentage is mental work, yeah. Yeah, you have to prepare yourself mentally.
I'm having something here. I don't know how it's called. Maybe, perhaps you would tell us what it is, how it's called, and maybe what it's demonstrating. What is it, first of all?
This is an AR climate mural.
What is an AR?
It's an augmented reality that brings the story into live through video. So when you scan it, you're going to see the video of me. Actually, it's a video of me speaking in Portuguese.
You know how to speak Portuguese?
Yes, it's my next world record attempt taking place in Brazil, so I had to learn Brazilian Portuguese.
How much time did it take you to learn Portuguese?
Well, I started out in May, yeah, and I'm still learning, of course.
Just a few months?
A few months, yeah.
You had maybe a teacher or just you did it
I had a
online?
teacher, thanks to ABC private lessons in Brazil. Yeah, they gave me a teacher from Brazil, so yeah, we're taking the lessons from there.
Now, tell us about the activity that maybe you are planning to do in Brazil. What is it? Where is it going to take place? How prepared are you? Yeah, how are you prepared in terms of traveling? Do you have money? What?
I don't have money.
Okay, tell us.
Well, my next attempt, I'm preparing for a groundbreaking 72 hours of non-stop endurance for climate justice and for forest protection. So there's usually a we have the annual, the biggest climate event of our time. It's called COP, Conference of Parties, by the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. It's happening in Brazil this year. And their main topics that are going to be at the center of the COP30 climate talks is forest protection. You've seen what has happened with Karura. So, and also indigenous knowledge. And that's why you have these ancestors. We are honoring the ancestors and the indigenous wisdom about, with the Quilombolas community. So it's going to take place at Quilombo. Sorry, I'm confusing myself because it's a Brazilian Portuguese word. So it's Quilombo. So it's, if you want to search, it's Quilombo. So Quilombo do Abacatal. It's just some few steps from Belém, where the COP30 is going to take place. It's in Amazon, actually. Amazon rainforest, the mother of nature, Amazon rainforest. So that's why I'm learning Brazilian Portuguese, to honor the land that is hosting COP30 and is hosting my world record attempts.
Maybe somebody would ask, and perhaps maybe you have already been asked, we don't have enough trees in Kenya. Why are you going to do the challenge from Brazil and not in our motherland?
Actually, what happens in forests, in the music, what happens in the Amazon rainforests affects the whole world. And if you see, right now everyone is fighting for Amazon rainforest, even Greenpeace Africa. People in Africa who understand what forests the Amazon forest can do to other forests. What happens in the Amazon forest directly affects what happens in the Karura. And then another thing why I decided to hug the tree in Brazil. First of all, I've already hugged in Kenya. I have a record in Kenya. And in Brazil, now it's where we influence policies. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, because this is where world leaders are coming to meet. This is where policies are made. all presidents of the world are going to meet there. So this is the time for us to influence policies directly, to be part of the conversation directly, okay? To influence the outcomes directly. So that's why we are going to COP to Brazil, because there is COP30, and the COP30 is in Brazil. There's no one else to represent us. It's us.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we go towards the end, what are some of the things that you wish to tell environmentalists and maybe people who are degrading forests, maybe, and then people who are just causing destruction to the environment? Look at the camera and tell them something as we finish.
Well, I would love to say, first of all, it's not always the common public that are destroying the forest. It's the same people who are creating policies for the forests. I would invite them to care, to just care, to be human, and to love nature, to feel for the animals, to feel for our forests, and to feel for our future. So for my journey to Brazil, from the Karura forest to Amazon forest, we are raising funds through crowdfunding, Mchanga. And we've made it so possible for you to be part of this legacy by only adopting 1 hour with 100 shillings through the Playbill 891300, account number 121951. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Until next time, we will have you as our guest in this show. Asante.
Asante.